I wanted to talk a little bit about the Polar Lights 1 to 1000 scale Strange New Worlds Enterprise. So I had been streaming a bit of the work that I've been doing on this model, and while it's not perfect, I'm going to just say that flat out front, it is not perfect. It turned out really well, and I'm really happy with the end result. Uh, this is actually like a pretty cool model. I do enjoy the look of this Enterprise, and I think that it actually goes together pretty easily. Uh, there are a few things that I did to this. Um, I I tried to do a custom light job on this one. I wanted to have rotating engine pieces in the nacelles, and then I also wanted to have blinking lights for all of the sort of indicator things on the saucer, as well as also put like a blinking light in here just to give the engine nacelles like a little bit more detail. Uh, some things worked, some things didn't. So let's just go over it. Um, I will say that I should have done a lot more prep work with this one than I did. And my electronics work, I'm still pretty new at doing a lot of that stuff. So that's why the things that I wanted to have happen didn't quite work out for me. So let's just plug this in real quick and turn it on. So it is lit up. It does exactly that. But when it comes to the flashing lights, currently I only have one. Just this one. This one red indicator light here is the only flashing light that I have anymore. But let's go into what I actually did on this model. So one thing I did is I replaced the a part of this intersection with a little 3D printed bridge. The bridge is painted to look as close to what it can be in the show, given its size and scale. It's basically impossible to see it through there, but if you look closely, you can see some of the red details for some of the consoles and the panels in there, but you have to sort of look at it with a naked eye to be able to see it properly. Um, the engine nacelles, while they don't have a little blinking LED, I was able to put a yellow LED in there, and it still kind of shines through, giving it a little bit of color. So that's something. The reason why that the engine nacelles don't turn is I probably needed to use some sort of resistors or just other type of motor, but I blew the motor. It still allows the power to go through to my lights, so that's not a big deal. So because that one didn't work, I ended up not even bothering with that one because why have one when I don't have the other? Uh, and then with the nacelles, these are all lit up too. I even have like the red for my um, impulse drives, and underneath we have the indicator lights as well as the rest of the lighting. I did use the Polar Lights decal set for the Aztecing, but you'll see that the pattern does not line up, and I did it exactly as it had requested, but yeah, the actual decal does not line up properly. It doesn't match the actual embedded triangle within there, which is unfortunate. But there was not much else I could do with it. If I had aligned the decals with that, it would have put everything else out of shape, and I was much happier with having the rest of the deck lines be proper than worry about the triangles matching up. I will say that the neck area was also like a really difficult place to add the decals to. Probably in the future, if I was to build something like this, I might build it separately if I am able to add decals to it and then assemble, provided that it was actually capable of being assembled in that manner. Also, I probably could have done a little bit better when it came to my application of paint. I had issues with light blocking, and so after I had like fully light blocked like the interior, added all the lights and everything, got it all glued together, it wasn't until after that that I turned off the lights and realized that all of the lights inside were shining through the upper and lower portion of the saucer in a pretty big way. Uh, and at that point in time, I couldn't take the saucer or anything else apart again. So I had to just fully paint the thing. So I went through the trouble of using a liquid masking agent to cover all of the windows, and I painted the whole thing black, and then I painted the whole thing silver. But then my mistake there was is that I should have sanded it better. The surface of this is pretty rough, and because of that, I have some bubbling um, in the decals. It's not super evident on camera, um, but in person you can see it, and it does give a little bit of a discoloration, like a discoloration look sometimes. But ultimately, there's not really that much that I can do about it anymore. I used Microsol and Microset to try to help me with this as much as possible, and I think because of that, the decals turned out way better than they had any right to. There was also the issue with the fact that I fucking hate where I live, dude. There is hard water in all these freaking apartments, and because of that, uh, some of the water sort of dried, and now I have like the residue from the water in my decal. So yeah, that's fun. Not much I can really do about it, but ultimately, from a like just sitting on a shelf, a lot of this stuff is not going to be noticeable. Again, the lights look great. The kit is exactly as it should be. All of the decals that came with the kit are there. I even really do appreciate the fact that there is like a little bit of blue accent lighting around the registration. I like how it comes out of these little gaps as well. I really do love the way that the blue comes out of here within the cells. And honestly, I love the look of the saucer. It's really freaking cool. This isn't my favorite Enterprise by any means. I got it purely because I like trying my hands at making all of the different Enterprises that sort of exist. But ultimately, this turned out really well. Um, Let me know what you think. Again, I am a super novice when it comes to a lot of this stuff, and ultimately, I think that I did a much better job than I had any right to do. And people that I've shown it to have all enjoyed it, and it looks really cool on my shelf. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. Do you think I did a good job? If you think that I didn't, that's fine. I don't really care. I already know what I did wrong and what I can fix in the next one. But yeah, let me know. My next project is the Cerritos. This is the Polar Lights Cerritos. This is the 1 and 1400 scale. This is basically what I've completed so far. I just did all the prep and a test fit of everything. I've glued some pieces together. Next steps are light blocking and adding electronics and getting it painted and put together. So that'll show up on streams in the coming weeks. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.